Patriots fans, and LaDainian Tomlinson, who has the Patriots defense on his fantasy team.
Oh, good night. Big time.
We heard a lot about it. Welcome to NFL Total Access, presented by Farmers Insurance. Lindsey Rhodes, Scott Hansen, LT, David Carr, and James Jones.
Coming up on the show, Mark Ingram has 6 rushing touchdowns this year, so why was he laughing about a vicious tackle he suffered? Mark Ingram will join us to explain that. But first, any questions who should be number 1 in everyone's NFL power rankings?
The Green Bay Packers?
You go ahead and say that all you want. But let's go to Foxborough, where I think that question was answered today. Daniel Jones coming into a place where rookie quarterbacks never beat Tom Brady. He's 11-0 head-to-head against rookie QBs. Daniel Jones would have been the youngest starting quarterback in history. Brady with his second quarterback seat.
He's selfish. They don't care about fantasy teams. They don't care about Sony Michel. Look at him. He's laughing about it.
Well, it was a laugher in the second half. 35-14. The Patriots are still undefeated, 6-0. And mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be rookie quarterbacks who play Bill Belichick's defenses in New England, because none of them have ever been successful. Belichick 12-0 against rookie quarterbacks in his place. And afterwards, the head coach talking about the victory.
It's kind of an odd game, anytime you get 3 scores in the game that are non-offensive touchdowns, it's kind of a season's worth and all happened in one game. So, a couple big plays for us on the block punt, on the fumble, scoop and score by Kyle. Those are, great plays, and, we took advantage of those opportunities.
What's your assessment of where you guys are as an offense right now? Do you think it's been good enough?
We'll see. We're 6-0, so try to get to 7-0. So thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Hey. Time for a thing or two about TNF, presented by Farmers Insurance. This Patriots defense came into this game with historic numbers, right? On pace to be the best defense of all time. Didn't do anything to get off that pace today. We're talking about 4 takeaways, a touchdown. They had a special teams touchdown by Winovich. They held New York to 8 yards in the 4th quarter. How are they doing this, David?
Well, I mean, they're confusing. They do a lot of things very subtly.
Confusing.
Yeah, it's just like it's hard. And you see the stat for the rookie quarterbacks, and it's like you go in there, you have a good plan, and I'll show you a couple plays. Like Daniel Jones thought he had it figured out. He hits a nice throw to the tight end. This is the first drive of the second half. They move late with their coverages, and they're very subtle. You watch Stephon Gilmore down here at the bottom. On this play right here, he's actually going to run with the wide receiver on this little under route, and he's able to throw it to the tight end right over the top. 2 deep coverage. All right, nice play, Daniel. Yeah, let's come back to that. Like 2 or 3 plays later, they run the same play. It's the same coverage. Subtle difference. Gilmore's actually going to slough off and play this corner route they just got burnt on. They're able to adapt and change throughout the course of just a single drive. You see, he lets the play go, drops back, and it's one of the easiest interceptions Stephon's going to have. He's already a great corner. You don't need to give him these. But it's tough because the entire structure of the defense looked exactly the same as the completion that I just had. Subtle difference. They drop back, and you can't predetermine routes against these guys. They'll get you every time.
Absolutely.
This team has outscored its first 6 opponents by 142 points. So the 99 Rams, the only team through 6 games to have outscored their opponents by more points at this point in the season. So that makes my next question maybe a silly one, but are we at all concerned about the offense? Because if you take that special teams touchdown off the board and also the defensive touchdown off the board, this is a 1-score game, and it was kind of that way last week against Washington too.
Yeah. We are concerned about they're searching for an identity on offense. And we heard Julian Edelman in the postgame show talk about they're still finding their way. But to me, I think it has to be based around the run game, the way this team is constructed right now. And right now, they're not moving people off the ball. I'll show you on the film here. They're just not moving people. Look, at the point of attack, this is a double team on Dalvin Tomlinson. He's the one technique. Watch this. He splits the double team and still makes the tackle. There is no movement on that line of scrimmage. Okay, we can't run up the middle. Let's try a toss sweep. Maybe we can get outside. Watch the tight end Izzo. He doesn't get the job done. He loses at the point of attack. Now everyone else rallies to the ball for a nice loss there. And so when they can't get the run game going, all the pressure falls upon Tom Brady and the lack of receivers that he has right now. So they're struggling to try to move the ball simply because they cannot run it right now.
And that's interesting that you showed that Izzo play, because remember, that was Rob Gronkowski last year. And as much as we talk about what he did in the passing game, he was vital in that role in run blocking.
Right.
And he would not get tossed on his back for a 3-yard loss. So that's definitely an issue right now.
Yeah, and then another issue is the pass game. Everybody is taking what the Buffalo Bills did to the New England Patriots. That's get in the face of the wide receivers, jam them, redirect them, and force Tom Brady to make tight window throws. So the Giants came out here on Thursday night and said, listen, we are going to challenge the wide receivers, force Tom Brady to make some throws. And I want to show you right here. They're up in their face right here. They're going to double Julian Edelman because that's the guy you want to take away. You have to find a way to win on the outside. You see Josh down here on the right. You see this is blanketed right here. Tom has to hold the ball. There's no way to throw it. Incomplete pass, forcing him to throw tough throws. And then right here you can see, boom, they trick him a little bit with zone, and off the edge comes the pass rush. Tom is holding the football. But if you go back to the Buffalo game and this game, there's no separation on the outside for them winning, and Tom has to make tight window throws. And now you possibly could be losing your big dog, Josh Gordon, on the outside. We don't know how serious his injury is. This is going to be very tough for them to move the football because teams are going to come in and see this and challenge these guys, and they don't really have a big-time wide receiver that can win on the outside. Is going to make Tom Brady hold the ball, and they're going to be able to get after him with the pass rush. 10 sacks this year for Tom Brady through 10 games. You really don't see that from Tom usually.
We talked earlier in the week, James, about these Patriots, and you weren't sold yet. Aside from the Bills, 4 of their other opponents in the first 5 weeks were combined 1-17. Yeah. So there is a legitimate question about, like, how good are they against a better competition? Did today's game do anything to kind of push you more in the direction of they are legitimately good?
No. Today made me say I am a very smart man because I do not know what to believe from the Patriots. Listen, when you play against a Chiefs or you play even against a Browns team that has wide receivers that can win on the outside, I mean, they have not played. You played a Giants team.
For the Giants this week to get the Patriots on a short week without their top 2 rushers and their top 2 receivers, fall to 2-4 as a result. 2-2 with Daniel Jones as their quarterback. Now it's back to the drawing board to get ready for Arizona.
You know, we move the ball a little bit at times, but we need to do a better job of staying on the field. We were only, I think, 2 for 10 on third downs, which is not good. That hasn't been the way it's been the last couple of weeks. Give them credit. They made more plays than we did. They won the game. Oh, I was proud of the way we battled. I mean, I've never been disappointed with how hard our guys fight, but we got to find a way to make more plays than the other team and win the game.
We're pushing to play better, and you know, by no means are we panicked or are we you know at all looking or questioning ourselves. But I think we know we got to play better, and I certainly know I got to play better. So we're trying to do that.
What do we think of him tonight?
I thought you did well. James just laid it out on the guys that he didn't have out there on the field. I mean, and you talked about this when we were off the set, the tight windows that he had to throw into. I mean, they were blanketed. I mean, I wrote down on my notes, I'm like, Golden Tate looks slow or cold. I can't tell which one it is. Then he made a big play, made that nice play down the field. But before that, I mean, these guys are, I mean, they're on him. Of course, there right now, the first throw is wide open. But the rest of the time, he's making nice throws. He stands in the pocket well. He takes some hits. He's a tough kid. He knows where to go with the ball. He had the throwaway. They tried to throw away. They got hit. His elbow turned into an interception. So his quarterback rating doesn't look great. But I thought, I mean, it was a tough environment for him to go into and play. I thought he played well.
No one's quarterback rating has looked good against the Patriots this year. The opposing quarterbacks coming into tonight were averaging a 44 passer rating. So this is just par for the course as far as the quarterback.
I kind of wish they would have utilized his legs a little bit more. Mobility. Get him out of the pocket, change it up a little bit. They didn't do enough of that.
Patriots defense, by the way, took their interception total to 14 tonight. The next closest team in the NFL has 7.
Yeah. And that's big time, too, because DBs always get their hands on the ball and drop it. The Patriots defenders is catching this football, and they are turning these things into touchdowns. That's big time right there.
I mean, Stephon Gilmore, show me a better corner right now.
There is not one. There is not one.
That great play on the sideline, too, punching the ball out at the end of the game. It's great.
Huge.
All right, well, tonight on Thursday Night Football, you got to see the reigning Super Bowl champs. A week from tonight on Thursday Night Football, you get to see the